Hello students, let's start with a new chapter, that is boundary layer flow. Today we'll learn about the methods to control the boundary layer separation. When a solid body is immersed in a flowing fluid, a thin layer of fluid called the boundary layer is formed adjacent to the solid body. In this thin layer of a fluid, the velocity varies from 0 to the free stream velocity in the direction normal to the solid body. That is, the velocity goes from 0 till u, which is known as free stream velocity. Along the length of the solid body, the thickness of boundary layer increases. The fluid layer adjacent to the solid surface has to do work against surface friction at the expense of its kinetic energy. This loss of kinetic energy is recovered from the immediate fluid layer in contact with the layer adjacent to the solid surface through a process which is known as momentum exchange process. Thus, the velocity of the layers goes on decreasing along the length of the solid body. At a certain point, a stage may come when the boundary layer may not be able to keep sticking to the solid body if it cannot provide the kinetic energy to overcome the resistance offered by the solid body. In other words, the boundary layer will be separated from the surface. This phenomena is called the boundary layer separation. So, when the boundary layer is not able to keep sticking to the solid body, why? Just because it cannot provide the kinetic energy which is required to overcome the resistance offered by the solid body, the boundary layer gets separated. So this phenomena is known as the boundary layer separation. The point on the body at which the boundary layer is on the verge of separation from the surface is called as point of separation. Now let's learn about the methods for preventing the separation of boundary layer. When the boundary layer separates from the surface, as shown in the figure, at point D, a certain portion adjacent to the surface has a backflow and eddies are continuously formed in this region, and hence continuous loss of energy takes place. Now, in this, I can see this is my boundary layer at point D, that is over here. What is happening? A certain portion which is adjacent to this surface over here, the backflow takes place and hence eddies are formed. So this is the point at which the boundary layer is being separated from the surface. So we can see this layer again is going somewhat, and this is the separation. Thus the separation of boundary layer is undesirable and attempts should be made to avoid this separation by using various methods. The following are the methods for preventing the separation of boundary layer. First, the motion of solid boundary. Second, the acceleration of the fluid in the boundary layer. Third, suction of the fluid from the boundary layer. And fourth, streamlining of the body shape. So let's start with the first, that is motion of the solid boundary. Now this is the rotating cylinder and the flow is passing through it. The formation of the boundary layer is due to the difference between the velocity of the flowing fluid and that of the solid boundary. As such, it is possible to eliminate the formation of boundary layer by causing the solid boundary to move with the flowing fluid. Such a motion of the boundary may be achieved in the simplest way by rotating a circular cylinder lying in the stream of fluid. Now this is the cylinder and it is rotated in this direction. So that on the upper side of the cylinder, where the fluid as well as the cylinder move in the same directions. So again my cylinder is moving this way and the flow is in the same direction. The boundary layer does not form and hence the separation is completely eliminated. However, on the lower side of the cylinder, where the fluid motion is opposite to that of the cylinder, now again here the body is moving in this direction, fluid is moving in this direction, the separation would occur. Next is acceleration of the fluid in the boundary layer. This method consists of supplying additional energy to the particle of fluid which are being retarded in the boundary layer. So we supply additional energy to those fluid particles which are retarded in the boundary layer. This may be achieved by either injecting fluid in the region of the boundary layer from the interior of the body with the help of some suitable device as shown in the figure B. So this is where we inject some fluid into the boundary layer, or by diverting a portion of the fluid of the main stream from the region of high pressure to the retarded region of the boundary layer through a slot provided in the body, as in case of the slotted wings. So what we do is we divert a portion of fluid. So this is where the diversion is being created. So the main stream is diverted from the region of high pressure to the region where the fluid particles are being retarded. However, a disadvantage of this method is that if the fluid is injected into a laminar boundary layer, it undergoes a transition to turbulent boundary layer, which results in increased screen friction drag. Next is suction of the fluid from the boundary layer. In this method, the slow moving fluid in the boundary layer is removed by the suction through slots or through the porous surface as shown in the figure D, so that the downstream of the point of suction a new boundary layer starts developing, which is able to withstand an adverse pressure gradient, and hence the separation is prevented. So over here we can see the suction is taking place from the fluid in boundary layer, and hence what happens in the downstream side of the suction, a new boundary layer is being generated, and this boundary layer is able to withstand the pressure gradient, and hence we can easily avoid the separation of the boundary layer. Moreover, the suction of the fluid from the boundary layer also greatly delays its transition from laminar to the turbulent, due to which screen friction drag is also reduced. We just learned in the last part that when it is being diverted, so what happens? Screen friction drag is increased. So in this part, when the suction is taking place, it delays the transition from laminar to the transition, which again ultimately reduces the friction drag. The next and the last part is streamlining of the body shapes. By the use of suitable shaped bodies, the point of transition of boundary layer from laminar to turbulent can be moved downstream, which results in the reduction of screen friction drag. Furthermore, by streamlining of body shapes, the separation can be completely eliminated. Thank you.